Let me ask you something real. Have you ever been greeted by someone? Just a simple hi, but something about it felt different. Like there was more behind it than just politeness. You couldn't quite explain it at the time, but later it hit you. There was meaning in that moment. Here's the truth. When a woman feels something for you, she doesn't always say it out loud. In fact, she rarely does. But her body, her energy, the way she greets you, it often says everything. Most men miss this. We're taught to look for the obvious signs, words, flirting, bold actions. But the real signals? They're subtle, quiet, and they usually show up in the very first second you see her. Is her smile a little too fast? Does her tone shift, her posture straighten, her eyes light up just for a moment? That's not small talk. That's interest trying not to show itself. So here's the question of the day. Has someone ever greeted you differently, and only later did you understand why? Drop your story in the comments. And if this already has you thinking, type calm philosophy so we know you're one of the few who sees what others overlook. Because when you learn to read between the lines, everything changes. Have you ever walked into a room and someone's whole energy shifted the moment they saw you? It wasn't loud or dramatic, but something happened. A flicker in their expression, a small breath caught in the chest, a quick smile that felt a little too genuine to be routine. When a woman is truly drawn to you, her body often reacts before her mind has the chance to manage the moment. That first second, the one most people overlook, is where everything happens. Her eyes might widen, her posture might straighten. She might laugh softly or touch her hair, not to impress, but because her system is adjusting to your presence. This isn't performance, it's chemistry. We're talking about raw, honest emotion that slips out before the brain applies its social filters. It's like her body says, "You matter," even if her words don't. Most guys miss it because it's subtle, but if you learn to stay present, if you stop expecting fireworks and start noticing flickers, you'll see what others don't. So next time you walk in and someone reacts a little too fast, a little too brightly, don't brush it off. That first second is a window, and if you're paying attention, it can show you everything. Let's talk about time, or more specifically, how some people seem to stretch time without even realizing it. You ever notice how a simple hi from one person is quick, routine, but from someone else, it lingers, a second longer. A smile that doesn't fade right away. A how are you that opens the door to something more, even if there's no real reason to stay. When a woman is interested, she often tries to prolong the moment, not with grand gestures, but with presence. She won't rush to walk away. Her tone softens, her words slow down, and it's like the space between you becomes more important than whatever she was doing before. This isn't just friendliness, it's intention disguised as politeness. And the clearest way to see it? Compare how she greets others. If with them, she's quick and to the point, but with you, there's always something extra. A pause, a glance, a reason to stay, then you're not imagining it. You're not an errand in her day. You're a moment she wants to keep. Most men miss this because they don't understand what small extensions of time really mean. But presence is a currency, and when someone spends more of it on you, that's your sign. Next time, pay attention, not just to what she says, but to how long she chooses to say it. That pause might just be the moment that reveals everything. Let's talk about something most men ignore. Touch, not the obvious kind, but the barely there kind. The kind that seems casual, but isn't. When a woman feels something for you, even if she hasn't said a word, her body often finds a way to get closer. A soft brush of the arm, a hand on your shoulder when she laughs, a light touch on your back as she says goodbye. These aren't accidents, they're micro connections, and they say more than words ever could. Think about it. If she doesn't do this with everyone, but somehow it always happens with you, that's not just how she is. That's her body signaling comfort, attraction, interest. It's primal, really. Human beings are wired to seek closeness with those who matter to us. And for women especially, these little touches often carry emotional weight. They're subtle, but they're deliberate. A lot of men brush it off thinking, she's just being nice. But ask yourself, is that same light touch happening with everyone else? Or are you the exception? The body doesn't lie, and when she reaches for you, even just for a second, it means something. So, next time it happens, don't freeze up. Don't downplay it, just notice it. That touch, however small, might be the clearest invitation of all. Sometimes the greeting doesn't start with a smile, or a touch, or even a word. It starts with a look, from across the room, from just outside your awareness. And if you catch it, it can tell you everything. When a woman is genuinely interested in you, she rarely walks up right away. Instead, she notices you first. She watches, she reads the room, checks your body language, gauges your mood. That quiet glance, lingering, thoughtful, almost hidden, is her way of preparing to connect. She may look at you, look away, then look again. She might pretend to be surprised when she finally greets you, even though she saw you long before. That's not shyness. That's emotional regulation. It's her making sure her interest doesn't show too soon, too obviously. It's easy to miss if you're not present. Most people are too busy looking down at their phones or zoning out to notice who's watching them. But the eyes, they act before the body does. Before she moves toward you, her attention has already arrived. So ask yourself, has she already greeted you with her gaze before saying a single word? Because if she watches you first, prepares for the moment, and only then makes contact, there's a reason. It's not just hello, it's her energy shifting around you. And if you can see that, you're already 2 steps ahead of most men. Here's where most men go wrong. They either miss the signs completely, or they overanalyze every little move, turning curiosity into obsession. But there's a better way, and it starts with presence. Reading a woman's greeting isn't about becoming paranoid or trying to decode every blink and breath. It's about learning to be attentive without anxiousness, to be calm, aware, grounded in your own energy. So when something real does show up, you recognize it without forcing it. Because the truth is, interest, real interest, rarely comes wrapped in loud signals. It shows up in the smallest gestures, the way she lights up when she sees you, how her voice softens, the pause before she leaves, like she's waiting for you to say something more. These are not coincidences, they're moments. And if you're too distracted or too desperate, you'll miss them. You don't need to be a mind reader. You just need to slow down and observe. Be the kind of man who pays attention, not just to her, but to how you feel around her. Because when something is real, your body knows it too. So no, you don't need to chase. You don't need to decode every move. You just need to be fully there. And let the truth reveal itself in the way she greets you. Simple, quiet, honest, and impossible to fake. Here's one more sign that's often overlooked but speaks louder than you think. When her greeting becomes a ritual, not just once, not twice, but every time. Think about it. Does she greet you in a way that feels familiar, almost rehearsed, like something she looks forward to repeating? Maybe it's the same phrase, the same little laugh, the same inside joke that kicks off your interaction. That's not randomness. That's emotional repetition. That's her anchoring a moment with you. See, when someone means nothing to us, the greeting changes with the weather. But when a woman forms a bond, even a quiet, unspoken one, she often creates consistency. It's her way of saying, I notice you, and this connection matters enough to remember how we started it. It could be subtle, a certain nickname she only uses for you, a specific way she says hello, or the way her expression softens right before she speaks. Over time, these become rituals of connection, and the more intentional they feel, the more they reveal. This isn't about nostalgia, it's about presence. If she makes the greeting with you feel a little different every time, but still the same in spirit, then what you have is not accidental. It's emotional rhythm. And that is gold. Because consistency, when it's warm and intentional, isn't routine. It's affection in disguise.